Hello everyone. Today is 17th of June 2020 and today I will explain something about diabetes mellitus management continuation topic. Previously I have explained about biguanides, sulfonylureas and meglitinides, and today oral drugs continuation I will explain. And first one is biguanides, sulfonylureas, next meglitinides, and now DPP4 inhibitors. DPP4 means dipeptidyl peptidase 4 inhibitors. Some of them are linagliptin, saxagliptin, sitagliptin. So what is the mechanism of action? Inhibit DPP4 enzyme that deactivates GLP-1, decrease glucagon release and gastric emptying, and increases the glucose dependent insulin release and satiety. So what is the adverse effect? Mild urinary or respiratory infections, and weight remains neutral. So next one is glitazones or thiazolidinediones. Those are pioglitazone and rosiglitazone. So what is the mechanism of action? Activate the PPAR gamma, that is peroxisome proliferator activated receptor gamma, that is it is a nuclear receptor. When activated PPAR, that ultimately leads to increase in insulin sensitivity and levels of adiponectin, and it also it controls or regulations of glucose metabolism and fatty acid storage. So what are the adverse effects? Weight gain, edema, heart failure, and increased risk of fractures. So it is a delayed onset of action, leads to several weeks. I repeat, DPP4 inhibitors are linagliptin, saxagliptin, sitagliptin. Mechanism of action is inhibit DPP4 enzyme that deactivates GLP-1, and it decreases glucagon release, gastric emptying, increase glucose dependent insulin release, satiety. What is the action? Adverse effects: mild urinary or respiratory infections, weight remains neutral. Next is glitazones or thiazolidinediones. In this, pioglitazone, rosiglitazone are the oral drugs. Mechanism of action is activate the PPAR, that is peroxisome proliferator activated receptor gamma, means it activates the PPAR gamma receptors. Ultimately leads to increase in insulin sensitivity and levels of adiponectin, and regulation of glucose metabolism and fatty acid storage. Adverse effects are weight gain, edema, heart failure, and increased risk of fractures. Next one is sodium glucose transporter 2 SGLT2 inhibitors, canagliflozin, dapagliflozin, and empagliflozin. So what is the mechanism of action? It blocks reabsorption of glucose in proximal convoluted tubule in kidneys. It blocks the reabsorption of glucose in PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule. So what is the adverse effects? Glucosuria, UTI, vaginal yeast infections, and hyperkalemia occurs. So dehydration and weight loss. So 6 adverse effects are glucosuria, urinary tract infections, vaginal yeast infections, hyperkalemia, dehydration, and weight loss. So last one is the alpha glucosidase inhibitor. In this, acarbose-miglytol are the drugs. And what is the mechanism of action? Inhibit the intestinal brush border alpha glucosidases, delayed carbohydrates, hydrolysis, and glucose absorption. That ultimately leads to decrease in postprandial hyperglycemia. And what is the mechanism? It is the mechanism of action, and what is the adverse effect? And GI upset is the adverse effect. So altogether, I can conclude that oral drugs remaining are DPP4 inhibitors, glitazone, sodium glucose transporter 2 inhibitors, and alpha glucosidase inhibitors. In this DPP4 inhibitors, linagliptin, saxagliptin, sitagliptin, glitazones are pioglitazone, rosiglitazone. So SGLT2 inhibitors are canagliflozin, dapagliflozin, empagliflozin. Alpha glucosidase inhibitors are acarbose and miglytol. So DPP4 inhibitors are Mechanism of action is inhibit DPP4 enzyme that deactivates the GLP-1. In this, glucagon release decreases, gastric emptying decreases, increases glucose dependent insulin release and satiety. Glitazone mechanism of action is activate the PPAR gamma and increases insulin sensitivity and levels of adiponectin and regulation of glucose metabolism and fatty acid storage. SGLT2 inhibitors mechanism is block the reabsorption of glucose in proximal convoluted tubule. Alpha glucosidase inhibitors are inhibit the intestinal brush border alpha glucosidase, delayed carbohydrate hydrolysis and glucose absorption, and postprandial hyperglycemia. So DPP4 inhibitors adverse effects is mild urinary or respiratory infections, weight is not neutral, and glitazone's adverse effects are weight gain, edema, heart failure, and increased risk of fractures. And next is SGLT2 inhibitors. Adverse effects are glucosuria, UTI, vaginal infections, hyperkalemia, dehydration, and weight loss. Alpha glucosidase inhibitors are it is a GI upset. So next I will explain something about next one, very important one, thyroid mechanism of action and clinical use and adverse effects. For thyroid treatment and management. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Subscribe for good luck and share, like, comment, share for this video. Bye.